evening. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I think we are having some people come in, but we are going to have someone else, since I'm going to be doing the presentation, they're going to allow them in. So I'll get started tonight. I am Miss Center. I am the principal of Evendale Elementary. And because we have so many people here, this is exciting. We have like 27 people in our group today, minus 7 people from Evendale. So you can't see their faces, but they're here. So eventually you will be able to meet them inside of my presentation that I'm going to give tonight. I'm glad that everyone could join us for this informational pre-K and kindergarten registration meeting. Just make sure we're going to have people mute yourselves. So we're going to make sure that you are muted throughout the presentation. If you have a question, the chat function that is on the bottom of your screen is a way that you can ask the questions. And then my team of people that you will eventually get to meet, they are going to answer your questions within the chat. If we're not able to answer any of some questions, we might have to get back to you. So I will give out the school phone number now. School phone number is 864-1200. Again, that's 864-1200. So if we're not able to answer your questions, you can definitely give us a call and we will do our best to answer questions at the school. So during this Zoom meeting, our early learner teachers, they're going to share information with you and we'll be able to answer some of the questions. So I will get started. Let me share my screen. Okay. And of course, since this is new, oh, great. And there we go. Okay. Technology. We've all had to learn how to do this year. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is Evendale Elementary. We are one of 8 elementary buildings. We're located in Evendale Elementary. We are on Glendale Milford Road. We have families that attend at Evendale from Glendale, Lincoln Heights, Heritage Hills, Springfield, Yes, Springdale, Sharonville, Stewart, and Woodlawn. So all 8 elementaries, we have families from all over the Princeton City School District that actually attend Evendale. Evendale right now, currently, we have about 250 students in grades pre-K through 5th grade. We have about 37% of our students, they receive free and reduced lunch. And we have about 27% of our students that receive their education through an individual education plan.
The center, we can't
Yes.
see anything.
You can't?
Mm-mm.
You can't see my screen?
I see white.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Hold, please. We're having technical difficulties.
Areas that kids can go to where they we do an art center, we have a math center, we have a block center, we have dramatic play, We have an area set up in the room for small group instruction. And of course, kids get to choose which center they want to go to when it's not under a structured teaching moment with myself or another adult in the classroom. We do get a morning snack or breakfast when they arrive, if they choose to do that. And we also have an afternoon snack. We don't do lunch. Children can be in pull-ups in my classroom, and there are times that we do a lot of assistance with the kiddos that are learning how to do that part of their self-care needs. Let's see what else. Our program runs Monday through Thursday, and the morning session, the kiddos arrive at 9 when the rest of the school building arrives, and we leave at noon. This year we're getting out at 12:10 because they've adjusted our hours slightly. And trying to think of what else. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, put them in the.
They're going to put them in the chat if they have some questions.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll check the chat. I think that I think I pretty much, we do follow a structured curriculum, and we do a lot of pre-kindergarten readiness skills, fine motor things, and learning the alphabet, ABCs, ABCs, numbers. Every year we complete the ELA, which is a early learning assessment. We do that in the fall and in the spring. Can't think of anything else. So it's nice meeting everyone. I hope to see some of you in my room next year. I do see that someone's asked if we have a full day preschool program, and we do not. For Princeton and Miss Reardon, it teaches an afternoon preschool session. So
Okay, Liz, I did find that, but now I feel like I cut you off. This is interesting. Okay, we might be onto something. Okay, let me see if I think I did it. Let's see. This is the growth mindset. We actually do teach this at Evendale. We just keep trying and trying and trying, and I think I have it now. Tell me if thumbs up if I have it.
Very much a typical preschool classroom in many, many ways. Our goal here is to teach the children independence when completing self-help skills, which means taking care of their own materials, hanging up their backpack, putting away their coat, and understanding that we have a routine set up in the classroom that they need to follow. We often use pictures to help the students follow along with the routine. But here's a quick tour of the classroom. We have a daily large group session every day, and students often are seated either on a carpet when we have it, or in cube chairs with their names on the back. At group time, we go over things like the calendar, colors, of course we go over the ABCs, we do some graphing with math, when we talk about the weather and decide what kind of day we're having. We also usually have a literacy question that requires the student to read along and decide what the answer to the question is. It's usually a yes/no question. We go over a letter of the week, which does includes lots of writing activities, maybe videos or books and songs about the letter. In the classroom, we also will work in small group with students. So students will join me or another adult at this table where they can get individualized lessons to teach them the concepts they need to know before going to kindergarten. We have a writing center in the classroom. Students usually have a bin with their art materials that are individualized due to the COVID restrictions. But not only that, we have another shelf with a ton of materials that students can do individual creative activities through the use of different types of media. We also have an art easel. Learning activities are set up around the classroom. This is a mitten letter matching activity. Students are assigned a cubby so they know where to put their belongings to help increase that independence and learning to take care of their own materials. Some students require a schedule to help them maintain and follow along with the expectations throughout the day. There's lots of tables in the classroom where we can get together and work in small groups. We have an alphabet center. We have a math center, which includes lots of materials where they can learn number identification, counting, sorting, putting objects in order by size. We have a puzzle center. We have a dramatic play area, a block area, and students also often request the use of Play-Doh. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and if you have any questions, I'm sure that we'll get to those during the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, and we are going to go to,
Hi, and welcome to Preschool Registration.
we just got to finish seeing that. So this is your next preschool teacher.
Hi, I'm Holly Reardon, and I'm one of the preschool teachers at Evendale Elementary School. My classroom is unique compared to other preschool classrooms in the district. My classroom is the only classroom in the district that is called the I Can program. The I Can program is an adapted preschool program for students in Princeton. These preschool students are all on IEPs or special needs. We focus on 3 components. We focus on communication, accessing my curriculum, and navigating my environment. My classroom is similar to the other preschool classrooms as we focus on some of the same things that you would focus on in preschool, but it's an adapted curriculum. Another thing that's different from my classroom than other classrooms is each child is on a visual schedule. This helps them know what's coming next in their day, and it helps them navigate their classroom so they can be more independent when it comes to transitions that flow through the day. Also, unlike other preschool programs, in my classroom you won't see a bunch of toys out. In order to promote communication, we have choice boards that look like this. That helps the students to be able to tell us, if they aren't able to tell us with their words, what they would like to play with. My program, the I Can program, is a PM program at Evendale. The PM program goes from 12:50 to 4 o'clock. And that's a little bit about the I Can program. Thank you.
Okay. Now to get.
Hi, I'm Holly Reardon.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Holly Reardon, and I'm one
Okay.
of the preschool teachers.
Thank you,
at
Mrs.
Evendale
Reardon.
Elementary School. My classroom is unique
This?
compared to other preschool classrooms in the district.
Just go. Okay. If you are here for kindergarten, they are going to graduate in the year 2034. And so we do have our 2 kindergarten teachers on the call, but this is what they look like. Mrs. Brenner, she is the full day kindergarten. And then Mrs. Witter, she is the AM kindergarten. So we do have half day and we also have full day. And so the biggest question that we always get is, what is the difference between the two programs? Half day, they leave at 12 o'clock and they receive all of their curriculum from the 9 to 12 o'clock. And then the full day, they have lunch and they have recess and they also have specials. So that would be the difference between the two. As far as children in the full day kindergarten, they have the extra extensions during the day, and the instruction that kindergarten learners receive, they're aligned with the Ohio Learning Standards. So they are getting the same type of reading, the same type of math, but in the afternoon on a full day program, they are getting the extensions of reading and math. And then they also have the specials, and specials are gym, art, physical education, art, and music. Okay. So that you can kind of start thinking about getting your student ready for kindergarten. Kindergartners, they learn a lot during the day. It looks a little bit different than when I was in kindergarten. And so to prepare kindergartners for school, it's important that your child is physically and socially and emotionally ready to participate in school. And so some of these behaviors that we are looking at for the kindergarten readiness are things that they would need to be successful in kindergarten. We do place supports in place if they do need some extra things to help them be able to attend to tasks. But that's the biggest thing, because they are learning a lot during kindergarten. And with a half a day program, the pace is a little bit quicker. For the full day kindergarten, the pace is still about the same, but then in the afternoon, we actually can go back and make sure that they receive the instruction that they needed from in the morning. So this list can kind of serve you as a guide as you and your child are preparing for this exciting transition to start kindergarten. This is our school nurse. We are lucky to have a full-time nurse in our building, and her name is Franca Burton. And she is also on the call. So if you have questions about things I'm about to share with you, you can ask them in the chat. There are some important health-related forms that you will see in your registration packet that you will find online. And so these are forms that you are going to need to print off, or if you need to, you can stop by our school. We will have them printed off for you. You will need to take them to the various people, the medical professional people, to have them fill them out. And then you would have to upload that information into your registration. So all these forms can be found on the district website. But then if you need for them to be printed, we can also have them ready for you at the school. And I'm just going to click on this. This is a Ohio Department of Health. They have a list of all the immunizations that need to happen in order for students to attend school. So these are the things that your doctor is going to notify the school, just to make sure that they have those things in order. A copy of your child's immunization records from your pediatrician is necessary for enrollment. And if your child is not compliant with immunizations, they could be excluded from school. So just wanted to share this, and this will be on the website when they post this presentation. For the medical and dental forms, for pre-kindergarten, the packets have to have their dental and medical forms, and they have to be updated all school year. For kindergarten, it's a little bit different. They have to be included, but they have to be updated by the first day of school. So those forms are in the registration packet. So those are your dental and medical forms. And then if your student needs to have medication administered at school, there is a form for that. So for instance, if your student might be allergic to peanuts maybe, and you normally carry an EpiPen, that would be something that this medication administration form would allow the school nurse to be able to administer the EpiPen. Another general thing would be an inhaler. If your student might need to take an inhaler after exercising or outside for recess, that's also something that would need to be in the nurse's clinic. And then this medication administration form would allow her to be able to administer the inhaler. So those are some things that we just make sure that we have on file so that we can administer a medication at school. So the big question you probably are wondering is, what do I need to do to register my child? And we received some phone calls. So I just wanted to share with you on the website where you're going to go. And so this is the district's website page. If you, the easiest and quickest way that I can show you where you are going to find all these forms, you probably learned about us here and you clicked on there to get to the Zoom link. But if you keep going down on the side, there is a icon that you would click on. It's the final form icon. And when you click on that, if you already have a student that is enrolled within Princeton, then you're going to log in underneath the parent. If you have not created an account, then that is something you're going to click on this blue button to click and create an account. If you are brand new to the district and you are a preschool parent or a kindergarten parent, you're going to need to create an account. And then in this account, there are going to be forms that you're going to fill out. And so I just want to make sure that you know where to go. This is the main page. If you just keep scrolling down right underneath Mr. Burton's name, superintendent, and then final forms are here. So you click there and then you start creating your account, and then that is going to be the process. This final forms will not be open until tomorrow. So I'm not for sure if you received a phone call tonight, just to let you know that they are going to open up final forms for tomorrow. So for the registration of 2021 and 2022, final forms will be open tomorrow. If you've already started working in final forms, you were working in final forms for this school year of 2020, 2021. You want 2021, 2022. So tomorrow it will open up and then you'll be able to start filling out your final forms for your new pre-kindergarten or kindergarten student. It's like you have multiple bars and it just keeps getting in the way. Okay. Okay, and another question that we have had in the office, some parents needed to know how much the programs are. So for pre-kindergarten, it is $298 and it's for a half day. For an all-day kindergarten program, it is $386 per month. And then a half-day kindergarten program is free. So if there is a sliding scale, and in the packet of the forms for registration, there is something that you can fill out so that your total cost for preschool or all day kinder could be reduced. But that form has to be filled out inside the packet to be able to reduce those amounts. So just to kind of recap, this is the pre-kindergarten roadmap to be able to start school. So all students in pre-kindergarten must be 4 by September 30th. Saw that there was a question about our third students that are 3 years old. Can they actually come and be registered for pre-kindergarten? They normally give the 4-year-olds priority, but ages 3 can be in pre-kindergarten also. We do have some 3-year-olds that are in our pre-kindergarten program right now. And so from there, once you go to, you just check the age, you'll complete your final forms playbook. So all of the questions and there, you start with the blue button and then you'll go through. If you have anything that is red on the side of your final forms, then that means that it is incomplete. You can skip around so you don't have to do all of the forms in order. And once it is green in your final forms, then that lets you know that that form is complete and you can move on. The entire playbook of your final forms will need to be green in order for us to move on for you to be able to be fully registered. The half-day preschool, there are the eligibility screens, and some of those are your medical forms. And then the fee financial forms are in there also, and you provide your proof of income. You're going to upload those medical forms into the final forms. So all the medical forms that you're going to take to your doctors and your dental providers, you're going to get those filled out, and then you're going to upload them into the final forms. And then the confirmation registration will come from the Welcome Center. So that's kind of the roadmap for pre-kindergarten. Kindergarten is pretty much the same thing. The age that you would need to check is to make sure that the student is 5 by September the 30th. You'll still do the final forms playbook. And then I just had the all-day kindergarten is, there's a fee financial form if you needed to have for the sliding amount for each month. And then the half-day kindergarten, there is a financial agreement, but as far as half-day kindergarten, it is a free program. You will upload the documents in final forms, and then you will get a confirmation registration from the Welcome Center. Most of the times in the summertime, we send letters home to all families, and that normally happens close to the beginning of August. So if you don't hear anything from the Welcome Center by August the 1st, 2nd, you should receive a letter from the school welcoming your student to Evendale. All right, I hope that we have answered your questions. Again, our phone number at school is area code 513-864-1200. If you have any questions that you can think of, please give us a call and we will do our best to answer your questions. We look forward to meeting and empowering your students next school year. Thank you. Okay, everybody's gone. I think.
Are you able to stop recording?
I don't know.
See you guys.
Bye.
Thanks for answering those questions so quickly, Beth. I was like trying to type a few answers. I was like, "Ooh, there Beth goes." Yes.
I think this is done. I can't tell. But